Hello students, welcome again in this beautiful world of accountancy. This is Amit sir, your accountancy teacher. Now, through this video, I am going to start one more additional full-fledged question from the chapter admission of a partner. But before I start, I'll suggest you all to please like and subscribe my channel. Now, as I promised you in previous class, we will do full-fledged question in this class also with some different adjustments. Let's start. First, following is the balance sheet of Amit and Nitin. Those were partners and who were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:2. Please highlight this thing, their ratio is 3:2. And balance sheet prior to the admission of new partner, that is Moria, their balance sheet shows liabilities include creditors of rupees 18,000, general reserve of rupees 25,000, which will be distributed between partners in their old ratio, workman compensation reserve of rupees 15,000. Treatment of this reserve will be dependent on adjustments. If no adjustment is given regarding workman compensation reserve, we will distribute it in old ratio. If adjustment is given, then we will see how we have to treat it. Now, next is capital. Capital account of Amit and Nitin represents 15,000 and 10,000 respectively. Debtors on asset side given to us as rupees 22,000. Old provision given to us as rupees 1,000. Net value of debtor which is to be represented outside is 21,000. Land and building of rupees 21,000. Plant and machinery of rupees 12,000. Stock of rupees 11,000 and bank of rupees 18,000. With the given balance sheet, some adjustments are also given to us. First adjustment says that they give admission to Moria for 1/6 share. Please highlight 1/6 share of Moria. First adjustment says that provision for doubtful debt is to be increased to 1,500. This transaction look exactly similar to the first transaction of previous class in which I taught you that increase by. A minor difference is there, to and by. इसमें बच्चे बहुत कंफ्यूज होते हैं. टू का मतलब है ये नया प्रोविजन है. It means in place of 1,000 which was given above in balance sheet, we will use 1,500. It means there is an increase of 500 in provision for doubtful debt. Next, value of land and building represents 70% of its original value. It means जो लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग बैलेंस शीट में दिखा रखा है वो 70% वैल्यू को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. हमें 100% वैल्यू निकालना पड़ेगा एंड वी कैन कंप्यूट दैट वैल्यू बाय डिवाइडिंग 21,000 विद इट्स 70%. नेक्स्ट, वैल्यू ऑफ स्टॉक इज रिड्यूस टू 9,500. इट मीन्स जो स्टॉक हमें ऊपर दिया हुआ है वो 1,500 से कम हो रहा है. इट मीन्स देयर इज अ रिडक्शन ऑफ 1,500 इन द वैल्यू ऑफ स्टॉक एंड एट प्रेजेंट उसका वैल्यू 9,500 है and that 1,500 will be shown on debit side of revaluation account. Next, the liability of workman compensation reserve was determined to be 18,000. जैसा कि मैंने आपको ऊपर बोला था कि ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन रिजर्व डिपेंड करेगा कि क्वेश्चन में कोई एडजस्टमेंट तो नहीं दिया हुआ. नाउ इन द गिवन प्रॉब्लम लायबिलिटी इज ग्रेटर इन कंपैरिजन टू रिजर्व क्रिएटेड बाय अस. इट मीन्स हमें एडिशनल 3,000 रिवैल्यूएशन से लेना पड़ेगा एंड नो पोर्शन ऑफ दिस रिजर्व विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड बिटवीन पार्टनर्स. जो हमने पिछली क्लास में किया था, फ्री पोर्शन था, हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया था. बट इस क्लास में हमें इस प्रोविजन का कोई भी पार्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं करना क्योंकि हमारा लायबिलिटी रिजर्व से ज्यादा है. क्योंकि हमारा रिजर्व जो है वो 15,000 है और लायबिलिटी है 18,000. इट मीन्स देयर इज अ इंक्रीज ऑफ 3,000 व्हिच विल बी रिप्रेजेंटेड इन बैलेंस शीट ऑन लायबिलिटी साइड एज 18,000 एंड दैट 3,000 additional liability will be shown on debit side of revaluation account. Next, Moria did not brought his share of goodwill of rupees 10,000 in cash. It means जो न्यू पार्टनर है वो गुडविल नहीं ला रहा. एंड आई टोल्ड यू इन बिजनेस नथिंग इज फॉर फ्री. तो हम इसका गुडविल इसकी कैपिटल से काट लेंगे. इट मीन्स जितना भी वो कैपिटल लाएगा उसमें से 10,000 उसके गुडविल के लिए काट लिया जाएगा और उन पार्टनर्स को दे दिया जाएगा जिन्होंने सैक्रिफाइस किया है. नाउ नेक्स्ट, Moria was to bring cash of rupees 20,000 for his share of capital. It means Moria 25,000 capital लाएगा, उसमें से 10,000 क्या हो जाएगा उसका share of goodwill. Now finally the last adjustment, they want us to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Now let's start. Now first we will prepare revaluation account and as per the adjustment given to us, first adjustment says that provision for doubtful debt is to be increased to 1,500. इट मीन्स हमारा ओल्ड प्रोविजन था 1,000 का, न्यू प्रोविजन बन गया 1,500 का. इट मीन्स देयर इज अ इंक्रीज ऑफ 500 इन द वैल्यू ऑफ प्रोविजन which will be termed as an expense and expenses are to be shown on debit side of revaluation account, which is also known as profit and loss adjustment account. Next adjustment is for land and building, which says that land and building represents 70% of its value. मैंने आपको पिछली स्लाइड पे बता दिया था कि for computing 100% value of land and building, we will divide the value which was already given to us in balance sheet by 70%, and the value which comes in our hand is 30,000. And when we compute the difference between value computed by us less the value which was already given to us, there is an increase of 9,000 in the value of land and building, which will be represented on credit side of revaluation account. Next adjustment says that value of stock is to be decreased by rupees 1500. It means reduction in the value of an asset again will create a loss, and it will be represented on debit side of revaluation account. Finally, the last adjustment related to revaluation, which says that provision for workman compensation increase by rupees 3000. It means जो भी हमारे पास रिजर्व था उसमें हमें 3000 और इंट्रोड्यूस करना पड़ेगा to pay workmen as compensation, and it will be shown on debit side of revaluation account. It means nothing is free from that workman compensation reserve, और वो पूरे का पूरा as it is 18,000 बैलेंस शीट की liability side पे आएगा. Now after posting all the relevant information, we can clearly see that credit side is more in comparison to debit side, and we will get 4,000 profit in our hand, and that profit is to be distributed between partners Amit and Nitin in their capital account in their old ratio, which was 3:2. When we distribute profit of rupees 4,000 in their old ratio, Amit will get 2,400 and Nitin will get 1,600. After preparation of revaluation account, our next step is preparation of partners capital account. First we will post their balance BD. It means the capitals which was given to us in old balance sheet, or we can say the balance sheet which was given to us prior to admission of Moria, and their capitals were shown on credit side of capital account. After that we will distribute free reserve. First free reserve in our hand is general reserve, and that reserve is to be distributed again in their old ratio. When we distribute 25,000 in their old ratio of 3:2, Amit will get 15,000 and Nitin will get 10,000. After that we will post the amount which was computed as profit by us on previous slide, and that profit of revaluation will be shown on credit side, and Amit will be credited by rupees 2,400 and Nitin will be credited by rupees 1,600. Now next is treatment of goodwill. Since we know new partner is not able to bring his share of goodwill in cash, therefore we will take that goodwill from Moria's capital. An entry for that goodwill is Moria's capital account debit to Amit's capital account to Nitin's capital account. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, बिजनेस में कुछ भी फ्री में नहीं होता, तो अगर नया पार्टनर गुडविल नहीं लाता तो हम उसकी कैपिटल से काट लेते हैं. आफ्टर पासिंग दिस एंट्री वी विल पोस्ट दैट एंट्री इन देयर कैपिटल अकाउंट, एंड ऑन क्रेडिट साइड वी विल राइट बाय मोरिया, एंड अमाउंट्स आर टू बी पोस्टेड इन अमित एंड नितिन्स capital account as rupees 6,000 and 4,000 respectively. On the other side, we will write to Amit's capital account, to Nitin's capital account, and amounts are to be written in Moria's column as rupees 6,000 and 4,000 respectively. Now, one transaction still remain to be done, that is cash brought by new partner for his share of capital, and that amount is to be written on credit side by bank. And total amount of capital which brought by Moria is of rupees 25,000 will be represented in his column. After we prepare balance sheet, and for preparing balance sheet we will see the effect of all the adjustment which we had done in revaluation account. First we will write debtors. Total amount of debtor given to us on first slide related to question is of rupees 22,000. We will subtract new provision including increase in provision of rupees 1,500. So when we subtract 1,500 from 22,000, net balance of debtor in our hand is 20,500. Next, land and building. Land and building again by increased value, or we can say 100% value, which we computed by dividing 21,000 with 70%, and that is 30,000. Plant and machinery as it is, because no adjustment was given to us related to plant and machinery. We will write stock after reducing 1,500 from its value which was given to us in adjustment, and we will write bank balance. That bank balance comes in our hand after adding opening value plus new partner's capital, and since he is not bringing anything for goodwill, we will add 0 for goodwill. And on adding opening value of 18,000 in 25,000, we will get 43,000 as bank balance. On the other side, it means liability side, creditor will be written as it is, and workman compensation reserve will be treated as 18,000 since there is an increase of 3,000 in its provision. And capital account of Amit, Nitin and Maurya will be taken from balance CD, which was computed by us on previous slide. And Amit's capital is 38,200, Nitin's capital is 25,800, and Maurya's capital is 15,000. And after adding both sides, liability side and asset side, we can see that both sides are equal, and which are equal to 1,15,000. It means whatsoever is done by us in this question is absolutely correct. Now finally, goodbye. And in next class we will do one more additional full-fledged problem related to treatment of admission of a partner with some new adjustments. For the time being, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel once again. Thank you.